Today's the big day. BMW will reveal its Z4 concept at the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance, but you don't have to wait until the official premiere to see it. Here are the first fully revealing images of the study, leaked by Bimmerfile and brought to our attention. Let's start with the good news. It looks simply amazing. The car gives us a different take on BMW's evolutionary design, but features sharper, more dynamic, and sculptured lines with super aggressive front end. What we like especially are the sleek headlights and the massive air intakes in the sporty front bumper. Those 20-inch two-tone, 5 twin-spoke wheels are a perfect match for the muscular fenders. The rear end is dominated by wide vertical tail lights and an attractive diffuser. The interior is pretty as well. It retains the basic layout of BMW's current production models, but features minimalistic design. Interestingly, it's a two-tone cabin. The driver's seat is covered in black Alcantara, as well as half of the dashboard, while the passenger seat is finished in exterior matching orange color. The center console is home of a big tablet-like display and the climate controls are located just below it, in typical BMW fashion. The instrument cluster appears to be fully digital and another small display is mounted on the steering wheel, probably displaying information about speed, lap times, etc. We have some bad news, as well. This is still a study and probably some of the coolest design features won't be seen in the production model. Speaking of which, we expect to see the final production version of the Roadster in the first half of 2018, most likely in Geneva. Sales should start shortly after, with prices remaining close to the price range of the current model. A lineup of 2.0 and 3.0-liter turbocharged units will be available, offered with either a 6-speed manual gearbox or an 8-speed automatic. While most spotlights were trained on the brutish BMW Concept X7i performance SUV and the sharp M8 GTE race car, the German automaker quietly pulled the covers off another concept car. The new BMW iVision Dynamics is a peek into the future of the i-brand and previews what we could see slotting in between the quirky i3 hatchback and the striking i8 Grand Tourer. Visually, the iVision Dynamics isn't streamlined as its name. It wears the typically cartoonish proportions we've come to expect from moonshot concept cars, especially the strange kidney-style grille that seems to have been crossed with portions of Lexus spindle grille. Some features are clearly not meant for the production line, including the wide, angular lower front and rear bumpers, massive wheels, and skinny, form-over-function headlights. Other touches, including the blacked-out B-pillars and windshield that blends into the roofline, will likely make it to the forthcoming car. Overall, it's a bit more bulbous and swollen than what we've come to expect from the blue and white roundel. Still, it's not an offensive design, and it appears to be right in line with current and future BMW i products. On that front, this four-door profile might be similar to the one we find on the forthcoming i5 sedan. To fit in with the i ethos, the Vision Dynamics silently scoots around town thanks to the electric powertrain that sits underneath the big bodywork. According to BMW, it's good for a range of 373 miles, a 0 to 62 miles per hour sprint in under 4 seconds, and a top speed that stops at 120 miles per hour. We'll keep an eye on the horizon for more on BMW I's middle child. In the meantime, check out the future of eco-minded bimmers in the gallery below. Small crossover alert. This is BMW's, it's called the X2 and it's based on the same UKL2 platform as the X1, 2 Series Grand Tourer and a load of minis. That means it's front or four-wheel drive, and theoretically capable of supporting a plug-in hybrid drivetrain. As you'd expect, it fits neatly into BMW's lineup between the existing X1 and X3. But more like the X4 and X6, tradition dictates BMW's practical SUVs get odd numbers, and the stylish ones get evens. The emphasis here is on style rather than outright practicality. But then, the X2 is supposed to appeal to a younger subset of BMW buyers. Ones that live in urban areas, lead active lives and are fully connected with the digital world. Hence the attractive, exciting, extrovert-ed styling and sporty suspension setup. BMW promises the X2 brings previously uncharted levels of driving pleasure to this vehicle segment, which also contains the VW T-Roc among others. Engines are typical BMW 4-cylinders in petrol and diesel, with power outputs that vary from 190 bhp in the front-wheel drive 20D to 231 bhp in the all-wheel drive 25D. AWD, and manual/auto gearboxes are variously available. More engines will of course be added in time. No sign of anything with an M badge just yet. This is what happens when you go crazy with the configurator. $156,700 in the United States or €171,800 in Germany will get you behind the wheel of a shiny new M760i/M760Li xDrive, but this full-size luxury sedan is anything but standard. On display at the company's famous dealership in Abu Dhabi, this attention-grabbing 7 Series is probably one of the most expensive new BMWs money can buy. It's wearing a fancy Estoril blue shade from the BMW individual catalog and sits on large 21-inch M Performance alloy wheels featuring a two-tone look and a trunk-lit spoiler developed by Alpina. We would only get rid of the silver bar running across the side profile, but to each his own. On the inside, the M670Li has been ordered with an equally striking red leather upholstery and the rear seat entertainment system. The elongated wheelbase provides an abundance of legroom for those relaxing on the rear seats in the most luxurious car the BMW Group has to offer, if we're excluding the ones carrying the spirit of ecstasy. Aside from being the most upscale model to wear the BMW badge, it's also insanely fast for a vehicle of this size and weight. With a monstrous 6.6-liter V12 packing a pair of turbochargers, the all-wheel drive 7 Series provides the driver with 601 horsepower, 441 kilowatts, and 590 pound-feet, 800 Newton-meters, of torque. It's good for a sprint to 60 miles per hour, 96 kilometers per hour, in just 3.6 seconds before topping out at an electronically capped 155 miles per hour, 250 kilometers per hour. An optional M driver's package will loosen up the limiter to unlock a maximum velocity of 189 miles per hour, 305 kilometers per hour. For a car that tips the scales at a hefty 5,128 pounds, 2,326 kilograms, these are some amazing performance numbers, and we're beginning to understand why BMW won't come out with an M7. This will do just fine for 99% of the people in the market for a big sedan delivering supercar levels of performance. The wonders of an improved motor. Updates to electric vehicles that don't include a range boost have been known to be quickly dismissed by devout EV fans. But building a better battery or improving a vehicle's aerodynamics takes a lot of engineering dollars. Throwing some changes to exterior styling is an easier and cheaper way to bring out a new model while you work on the real update for a year or 3 down the road. Guess which kind of update we've got in the new 2018 BMW i3? At least the all-new BMW i3s gives us something to talk about as we wonder about what BMW plans next for its i-line of vehicles. Let's start with the 2018 i3, a modest upgrade of the excellent little city EV. Aside from the now standard full LED headlights and 2 new paint options, Melbourne Red Metallic and Imperial Blue Metallic, a new exterior design means the i3 will have a wider and sportier look, BMW says, but the truth is that the 2018 updates don't offer that many changes to the i3 we know and love. 2018 BMW i3, left, and i3s, right, at least the i3s brings with it something new. Again, the width of the car is emphasized by new design elements, e.g., accent strips on the front fascia, gloss black finish on the roofline accent, but the real news here is a sport suspension with a track width that's 40 mm wider than the standard's i3. The 20-inch alloy wheels are also a half-inch wider. For BMW, wide must equate to sportiness, since the i3s also has a new sport mode and a new high-performance, 184 horsepower, 137 kilowatt, motor that offers 199 pound-feet, 269 Newton-meters, of torque. Those are small but important increases over the 170 HP, 126 kilowatts, and 184 lb-ft, 249 Nm, of torque the 2017 i3 offers. The 0 to 60 time has dropped slightly to 6.8 seconds, from the 7.0 previously reported. BMW says that the driving dynamics and enhanced e-driving abilities will be noticeable from behind the wheel of the new i3s. BMW TurboCord. As before, the 2018 i3 models will have a small gas range extender option that increases the all-electric range of around 97 miles, 156 kilometers, to around 180 miles, 289 kilometers. The new i3 models will have the updated BMW iDrive 6 interface and connected drive to make navigating to an open parking spot or a charging station easy. BMW's new $500 20-foot TurboCord is an option, letting you plug into a 120 or 240 volt outlet to charge your i3 at up to 3.6 kilowatts.